Now, you prefer to call Dylan, yeah, you said earlier. So, Mr. Dylan, what I want, have you ever heard of someone, say for instance, well, see, you're not old enough to remember, but back in the old days, about every half a mile to mile, and this is no kidding, you'd see a car broke down on the side of the highway. Okay? And back in the day, them cars had a belt that ran the air conditioner, a belt that ran the alternator, a belt that ran the power steering, a belt that ran the water pump, a belt that ran the alternator. Okay, it's different belts everywhere. It looked like a big old maze, you know? And if one belt broke, the whole car basically broke down. Okay? Well, on your new Camry, sir, you won't have to worry about that. And tell you why? You have what's called a serpentine belt. You can look right down here. You'll see this belt is about this thick. Okay? And this belt predominantly doesn't even have to be replaced or checked for 100,000 miles. Okay? So you don't have to worry about this car, because I remember you mentioning dependability is one of your main concerns on your car, correct? Okay. You don't have to worry about that with your new Camry, sir. Okay? Serpentine belts. Been on cars for the last 15 to 20 years. Okay? Now, safety here again is surely one of your concerns, correct? All right. Well, you see some of these? This is not for design. You see this weekend spot here? You see this latch right here? That's called a safety hook. Okay. Now I can't bend this back a little bit. They make this one where you can't see it. But there was also different weekend spots in this finger going all the way along here. Okay. Now what these are called are crumple zones. Now, have you ever seen anybody? You know what an accordion is? You can't slam an accordion shut. Okay? So what this does is on, God forbid, but on a head-on collision, it's going to cushion the blow. It's going to absorb the impact, and it's going to weaken at each one of these spots. Now, the reason for the safety hooks are, so this hood doesn't shoot through the windshield and do some major damage in there. Okay? I mean, just imagine what that will do if it's one of the high speeds coming right through there. Okay? So, it won't do that on your new Camry, sir. So you don't have to worry about that on your new Camry. A lot of safety features, a lot of thought process put into this car. Now, I know that performance is one of the things that you prefer, and gas mileage. Kind of hard to involve all of them the same and have a safe car also, huh? Yeah. Okay. One thing is, are you much of a baseball fan? How about golf? No? Well, let me ask you a question. If you think that, if you were standing right about there by that TV and I'm Tiger Woods and I tee off and that golf ball hits you in the head, do you think that might hurt a little bit? Maybe kill you, right? Can you imagine a 700-pound engine and transmission coming at you about 80 miles an hour right through that firewall? And that's where most of your damage and that's where most of your fatalities happen on a front-end collision. Well, on your new Camry, sir, it won't happen. Let me tell you why. You have what's called breakaway motor mounts. Once you have a front-end impact, motor mounts and your motor and transmissions all in one on this front-wheel drive car. Okay? So the motor mounts will break loose, let the engine and transmission fall from underneath the car, and therefore not causing damage and intruding inside to the passenger compartment and hurting your loved ones or yourself, sir. Okay, so you won't have to worry about that on your new Camry. Okay. Now you'll see that, well, I call it ergonomics. It means driver friendly. You can see you have a clear reservoir here. You can see your coolant level. Everything's easily marked where your oil goes. Check the oil, where it goes. As you can tell, even the weight. How many times have you looked around? What weight of oil goes in my car? Okay. Wow, I've never even heard of it. 020. 0W20. Wow. Cool. And you see your windshield washer deal. Now this windshield washer deal, like most of them, you know how you go buy that gallon of windshield washer fluid and you pour it in, you got that whole bottle, you don't know what to do with it. Oh, it's in the car and it's just taking up room or whatever. Well, this will hold the whole gallon. Kind of cool, huh? And most of them for years have had that. Okay, so now I think that's about it under the hood. I think I've covered most of that. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Now, talking about safety, performance, and gas mileage, you notice your flush-mounted headlamps. That's not just for looks. That's also for gas mileage. It breaks through the wind. Every car for the last tons of years has had flush-mounted headlamps. You used to have them brown ones that just bolted in, you know? Okay, well, I'll explain what I'm telling you. First of all, aerodynamically, when this is made to where the wind goes over, okay? With the wind coming over, it's pushing down on here where your steering axis is. So therefore, it gives you more stability, okay? Plus better gas mileage. Now, federal government requires a 2-mile-per-hour safety buffer. Well, your new Toyota Camry has a minimum of 5-mile-per-hour safety buffer, okay, that you've chosen to buy today. Now, how many times have you been driving down the road or heard about this? Okay, I'm sure you've heard of some of this, where someone has a blowout at 85 miles an hour and ends up taking the car off the road and kills them, okay? Well, on your new Camry, sir, you don't have to worry about that. You want me to tell you why? So you have what's called a negative bias strut system. Okay, if this happens, they'll write it down for you. He's trying to memorize this stuff because he don't have his notepad. It's called a negative bias strut system. And to put it in layman's terms, here's what happens. You have an arm, it's like kind of like a shock, but it's not. It's an arm that holds your whole wheel and tire on it. Okay? So now if this wheel with the tire on it blows out all of a sudden, it's going to lower the car down, right? Well, your computer takes control and shifts the position of this arm so it brings it up to the same level without a tire, but with the wheel as the same at the other side of the car. Okay, therefore, and sometimes it happens so smoothly that you don't know that it transpires. So the check engine light's designed to go on when that happens. When that strut shifts position, the check engine light will come on because you might be jamming to your stereo inside there, okay? And don't realize that you just had a blowout. So the check engine light comes on, you'll pull the car over and you come out and say, oh my goodness, my tire's gone, okay? So you don't have to worry about that with your new Toyota Camry, sir, all right? Now, are you a beat or take type guy? You like T-bone? T-bone steak? You like T-bone? You do?
Yes, sir. Really? I like T-bone.
Yeah. What, do you like T-bone? Okay, well the only T-bone you won't like is not the steak. Have you heard of T-bone accidents? Okay, them are the ones that cause the most fatalities. Okay, now, God forbid it ever happens. Your new Toyota Camry, sir, has a 6-inch reinforced steel bar going all the way through here. Okay? On all doors, all the way around. It's called intrusion bars. Therefore, it will not let the impact intrude inside the passenger compartment to hurt you or your loved ones. Okay, now, with that said, what it happens is, and you just, I always put things in mind because I'm not the sharpest tool in the toolbox, so I gotta, I have things explained to me correctly, so you probably already know all this stuff. Right. And the impact, this car comes in, it hits that steel reinforced bar, it lifts this car up a little bit, the impact goes down. Okay? Now, see this? Now, they just started coming out with this a couple years ago, dual breakaway mirrors, where it goes both directions. So don't try. Now, some cars 10 years ago didn't have a single breakaway, and some cars even today, some two-door cars, some sport cars, don't have breakaway mirrors. So don't go slap one because when you break it, make sure it does have it. But most cars that are 4 doors or sedans for 15 years have had breakaway mirrors, and they're only the ones that break away like this. They just started doing the ones that go the other direction. So when you do it, make sure it is a breakaway mirror and go like that and just show them. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get a little hyper and I might be in a hurry and I pull up to the drive-through McDonald's and I hit my mirror or whatever. Well, these mirrors and stuff nowadays, you see the turn signal in it, they can cost as much as $300 to $500. Well, you don't got to worry about that when you're new Camry, sir. Okay? All right. And you notice how I'm shutting everything up as I'm going along. Okay? Now, are you going to have any children? Better if you can get a date, right? Okay. Well, one thing that hopefully would matter to you is you have what's called child-free safety. So that way, kids can't open the doors going down the road. You have to open it from the outside. Okay. And that is on both sides. And you have the same steel intrusion bars going along here in the car. Okay. Now, on your new Camry, you also it has like nice real tires on it out. Because remember what I said about paying attention. Okay, you've got to pay attention. I'm doing this for time constraints. I'm not showing you anything. I'm not showing you anything. You don't know anything about a car. Okay? Until you get to know this first time. Alright, we come on around. You also notice that you have flush mounted tail lamps. So you have flush mounted tail lamp for exits also. Okay? Now, I don't care if it's a Mazda Miata with a trunk this big. Use your body language. Look at the size of this trunk. Okay, now, you do your grocery shopping? You do yourself? Okay, well, you will notice that, see, it's called a low-lit molding. You can just slide the groceries in. You got to pick them up and go, ooh, like this. Now, you can probably fit a couple bodies in here if you need to. Now, have you seen that movie called The Call? Have you seen that movie? Halle Berry's in it. You haven't seen that movie yet? Yeah, well, see it. Yeah, right? Well, and actually, it was the Toyota Camry she was in. Did you know that? Yeah, it was the Toyota Camry. He must have cut the cord because all your newer Camrys have this, and they glow in the dark. If someone did that, we put you in the trunk, we pull that over that cord, okay? And you can get out. Right, there you go. See, your new Camry, don't worry about that. You ain't gonna, if you get kidnapped, you're going to get out of it. Okay? Yes, and you can go through the back of this also. See, this would have been great. You're not old enough to remember, but back in the day, drive-in theaters, we used to pile in the trunk, get in there, okay, and then see, I guess my local theater knew that we were always doing that, so they'd watch the car and wait till we got, wait till the trunk popped. With this car, they never would have caught us because I would have just crawled right through it in the driver or the passenger seat. So, all right. Obviously, you have the same steel intrusion bars here, okay, and you have the same child-proof safety lock. Now, sit right inside here. I'm gonna go over some of the interior features with you. Now, I'm going to do this quickly, but you guys you take your time on this and go over every feature, every benefit, and get them involved in it. Okay? So I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you the pattern now. I want you to go down the left-hand side of the car first, then you're going to go the center, up and down, then you're going to go the right-hand side. Okay? So I'm going to do it kind of quickly, but now, remember I was talking about all the safety that's built in your new Camry? If you look around, you'll notice everything's smooth and rounded. See that? No sharp protruding edges. Okay, so God forbid that something tries to intrude, nothing's going to come in here and cut you up if it bends it in a little bit. It's going to cut you or do any damage to you everywhere in the whole car. Okay, now, you'll notice that you have your leather inserts is also in the side dash. Okay? Now, I don't know why it is, but every vehicle nowadays has like 37 cup holders. I mean, you can't, you could fit a football team in here and everybody could have a drink and a place to put it. Okay? Now, you'll notice you have storage compartments down here. Okay? Now, this has got the nice sound system. Look at that big old woofer down there. Are you much on sound? You like music? What kind of music you like? Any music? Are you like tiptoe through the tulip type music too? Okay, yeah. So you don't like any type. Now, hey, if you ever watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, now don't say this if it's a real short guy, guys. Okay? They're like you. Well, have you ever gotten in someone's car and it's like one of the Oompa Loompas was in there and it's like, you can't, the seatbelt's made and it's like hurting you and you're too tall or you're too short and it's too up there. Well, you don't have to worry about it. Your new Camry, look, adjustable seatbelts. Cool, huh? Okay, now, you have the same rounded and smooth features right here on your door panels, okay? Now, guys, here's another one that I say, but here's another one, but you only got to pick the right people, okay? You got to know, like I said, think on your feet. See these handles right here? You have an oh shit handle for everybody. You even got one for yourself if you don't like the way you're driving. Right, okay? Don't use that on everyone, okay? Family or your buddies or something, All right.
Mom and dads with bad hips. Those work really well.
Right? Now also, if you do get them children or you have older sisters that you're going to entrust their children with you, first of all, your new Camry, sir, has side airbags, side curtains, everything. But you also have 3 anchors for child seats. Okay? Back there. Okay? Now, do something with me here. Touch it. What? How many times have you ever seen, or you've been in your family's car and the headliner starts drooping down after a while? Do you think that's going to droop down? Not ever, is it? There you go. All right. Look at the visibility on your new car. Hey, Jim. Pretty good, right? Yeah. Now, I call this ergonomics real quick. Now, see, you're going to want to go over all this and play with it, get the nav on. If it talks, let them hear it talk and all that, But you never have to take your hands off the wheel. You got Bluetooth that will connect to your phone. You can do your speed control. You can adjust your radio station. Every pretty much thing. You can call the White House. It might have an eject button. Okay. Yeah. Now you're at the age where you might be trying the I'm run out of gas close. I think there might be a way to where you can just make the car just shut off like you're out of gas. No, I'm teasing. Just teasing. Okay, here again we have cup holders. Okay, now this has. All right. Okay, but y'all get the drift. I'm going through, showing the dash, going everything. Then I'm going to the right-hand side. Now, go ahead and get out. I just want to hurry through, but I don't want you to hurry through. I want you to get them involved and show everything. Now, everybody get their notepads out. Get your pen. I'm going to ask you one question.